open table drill number one, the one and only one. So this is the open table system. This is what we make reservations with. People can make reservations online at matc.edu/cuisine restaurant, or they can go right to open table restaurant and type in cuisine, and they'll automatically, and you can see it if you look at the reservations here, all these came in through the web, so people can make reservations 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or they can call in, and that's where these are just blank. So just looking at the system, we have stats up here. Normally we don't do too much with this. There's a sheet view, book view, which is sometimes we will use that. It kind of, so we basically have 5 sections in the dining room, and we'll take one table every 15 minutes per section. So you can see there's 5 time slots for 11:15, 5 time slots for 11:30, and so forth. And then there's a wait list. We normally don't have a wait list. The floor view we like a lot. You can see there's the reservations are here, and the tables numbered 1 through 19, 21 through 26, 31 through 35, 41 through 43, and the chef's table is number 1. Going down, and then the other one that we sometimes look in is admin, and this is where we'll go into put in our servers and reports. A lot of times we'll pull this report up and print it out. It gives the times, when people are, how many people are in the party, the last name, the first name, and if there's any special requests. You know, this one requested Sarah. This one's having an anniversary. Here's a birthday. So a lot of times we'll go into reports, make sure it's on today's date, and then just hit print. And then we can use this to help set up our dining room chart. Notes, we do use notes, and you go into notes, go into phone numbers, and sometimes people ask us for various phone numbers, and we started to write some of the numbers down that we commonly get. Admissions, Cuisine Restaurant, Cafe across the hallway, Jeff Reese, Michelle, and some other ones. So we'll just get out of there. The biggest one is the floor, and because that way you can see what reservations you have and where the tables are. So as a manager, chart, and you'll start to make your sections. So you've got your servers, Gary, Hyatt, Jordan, Ivan, and Sarah. They're in sections 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you just draw a line, and this is a pretty typical diagram. So this is section 1, this is section 2, section 3, section 4, and section 5. So that'll help you as you start to seat people, know who's accountable for what section. And then before you start your shift, you'll print out several copies of these, and you'll put them back by the POS stations, and then give one to the kitchen. So we'll put that to the side for a minute. So you go to admin, go to servers, and now here's the servers that we have already inputted for today. And to input them, you just highlight one, and then you click an arrow, and then it gets added. But we don't want Emily, so then you just highlight it and get her back into her rightful spot. So now we've got Gary, Hyatt, Ivan, Jordan, and Sarah. So we'll save that. Exit out of here, go to the floor view, and now here's their names. Now Gary, according to this map, is section 1. So you'll click on his name, left click. Now you can see there's a server with a hand. So now we'll just go over and touch his tables, and these are the tables that are in his section. So now they all turn green. We'll go to Hyatt and do the same. Jordan is actually number 3. Ivan is 4. and Sarah is 5. All right, so now, then we'll just hit save. And now when you drag or place a customer in their section, it'll start to add up here, so you can keep track of how many each server has served. And then if you'd have multiple sections or table turns, it'd keep track over here in your total covers. So then to work with the screen, when a customer comes in, I'll just use myself for an example. You'll click on their name, and then you'd left mouse click with the mouse and then drag it over to a table. And then you release it. So now it turns blue. It's a time starts for how long that customer's been sitting at the table. And then Gary now over here has 4 cover counts. And you just do the same as people come in. You always want to do section 1 first, section 2, section 3, section 4, section 5. And to if you happen to get a walk-in table, you would go down to this section down here, just hit walk-in, how many people it is. And you don't really have to put the name. If they want to give you the name, that's great. Otherwise, just hit OK. Now you can see the hand is turned to a seat again, and it's suggesting where you might want to set that next table. So we'll go ahead and just use the computer suggestion, and there it starts. And now Hyatt has 2 people in her station. So another thing that people might call to make a reservation for today, or a handy key is up here. If you click on it, left click, a calendar comes up for November. If you scroll ahead, you can go to December, January, February. We'll just go to December, and then you click on the date, hit OK. And right now we only have 3 reservations for that day. But if someone did want to make a reservation on that day, you would double click on that space, so you're looking at the time and the approximate customer count. So this would be work for really just 1 tops and 2 tops, and this would work for 3, 4, or we could change it to a 5 or 6 top. So you double click on it, just type in a name. We'll see if Mr. Buslaki comes up. So you start typing in, and then down below you can see the names start to highlight. So you highlight the one that you want, select the guest. It's 4 people. Come down and hit the tab of who you are, and that way if there's a question on the reservations, we can go back to that person and just ask them, what did you mean by that? And in here you can write notes, like it's their birthday. I'll just write this as a test reservation. Just if I forget to delete this after this video, we won't have an issue. So there shows up test reservation. So then you go up and hit save. And here we don't want to send an email, so we'll just, and now there his name shows up. Another thing, sometimes if we're starting to get full with reservations, and we might want to block some slots, just so that, because you don't want to serve too many people where you'd kind of push the kitchen. So you would click on the space that you want, then you right click, and then just hit block slot. And then that slot gets blocked, and then no one can make a reservation. And sometimes we'll do that. We'll just kind of go in here and just try to space the reservations out a little bit. Now to delete this, right click. You could either move the entry, cancel the entry. So cancel, are you sure you want to cancel it? And right now I'll just say no, but normally you just say yes and to cancel that. Let's say if he called in and he wants to make it for a different date. So you right click, move entry, and now down below here you get move, insert, or cancel. So we'll go to a different date. We'll go to the Wednesday before. Then we'll go down here, click move. Are you sure you want to move that party? And then you can move. And again, this is you can click these arrows to go forward or backwards one day, or you can pick the calendar and scroll to a particular date that you're looking for. And you can see here, we've got 47 reservations up here. We've got some big parties, a 12, a 15, and a 7. So we've blocked off a number of these slots so that we don't overwhelm the kitchen. And you can click up here to go back to Tuesday today. We'll go to the floor. And again, just as people come in, you'd see them in various sections. And now you can see this has been 6 minutes, 5 minutes that people have been sitting there. And this is the chef's table. And that concludes our open table drill. Now it's your turn.